Welcome back, Mana Squad. We are live on the scene at Gen Con. We've been here for 2 days already, and we've been playing nothing but EDH.
You know what that means? Easily dying of heat stroke. That's right, we broke it, we tired, but we came down here, we met a good friend of ours.
That's right, his name is Bruce Richard.
I run it for TCG Player. I've been doing that for about just about 2 years now.
You know what TCG stands for? True Card Pips. And you know what? He's been showing us all weekend about his skills. So,
I'm pretty sure there was a G and a P.
I don't care.
Yeah, you're right.
It's hot.
I've known this man for like 3 years now. I'm just now hearing the Canadian in his accent. It's weird.
I'm just saying, you can hear the pleasantry in it, and it sounds soulful and beautiful.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man, it's crazy.
You hear that? It's like velvet and butter. But that's not why we're here. We're here because we like to play commanders. So, what's one of your favorite commanders?
One of my favorite commanders, Grenzo, Dungeon Warden.
Okay. You know what that means? It's not a dragon. And I know what y'all saying. Shut up. So tell us about Grenzo.
Okay, so the key with Grenzo is what makes him different. You're flipping cards off the bottom of your library, and every time you find a creature, you get to put it into play. And it costs 2 mana to flip the card every time.
Right.
The problem is, most of the time, flipping off the bottom of your library, it's blind. You don't know what you're going to flip. So if you flip a land, it goes to your graveyard. If you flip anything other than a creature, it goes to the graveyard. And the restriction on the creature is that it has to have power less than what Grenzo's power is. So if Grenzo is only a 2/2, then your creature's going to have a power of 2 or less.
You know what that means? I know what y'all thinking. That's not a lot. It's only 2. You would say what's 2 it does nastiness? Kiki Jiki. That's right. He's in those colors. You feel that? That's the sweat dropping down the back of my neck because I can barely handle this.
He's having flashbacks to past games, but actually you just lost by Kiki Jiki today.
You shut your mouth. Hey, y'all be high. But you know what? There's plenty of stuff that makes this deck fly. Why don't you give us a couple of them?
Okay, so the key to making Grenzo run is basically reducing the cost or controlling what's on the bottom of your library.
Which means you cheat.
Absolutely. There's only one way to play Grenzo, and that's a cheat.
It's called manipulation. That's what I like to call it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The best card for the deck, better than Grenzo, is Hearthstone. Hearthstone is a 3-mana artifact. It says the cost of each creature ability requiring an activation cost is reduced by 1. It can't reduce the ability's generic mana cost to less than 1, but it just means that now I can flip cards off the bottom of the library for
just one.
Now, ladies and gentlemen out there, my fellow wizards, I've seen this in play. And you know what I tell you? The left hand grips the table and the right hand flips it. Yes, I have raised quit because of this card. What else you got for us?
Now I've got some of the other cards where you're pulling that set up the bottom of your library. So number one, my personal favorite one is Canal Dredger.
I've never heard of it.
Canal Dredger is from Conspiracy, and most people haven't heard of it because the first line in the text box is draft Canal Dredger face up.
That's exactly why I ignored it. I've never probably seen it. Don't remember.
Conspiracy makes me paranoid. That's why I can't get into that set. What's that? Who's that? Who's looking at me?
The key to Canal Dredger is that once you get past that first line of text, you get to the tap ability, and it just says put target card from your graveyard onto the bottom of your library.
Okay.
So as soon as I get some creatures into the graveyard, I can slide it whichever one I want to the bottom of my library, and then Grenzo's right there to flip it right back onto the table.
Nice.
So
you say nice. I think that's disgusting.
Hey, you let the man do what he do.
All
What's
right.
next? What you got?
Next one is Reito Lantern.
Hey, one question. What set is this card from?
Well, it's from Kamigawa.
What I tell y'all about the Kamigawa set? See, that's about to get my blood boiling. See, I'm about to have a fate in the corner. I can't stand Kamigawa. Tell me what this rude card does.
This rude card is an artifact. It costs for an activation cost of 3.
Yeah.
You put target card in a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library.
That's right.
There's no tap symbol on this one, so if you've got 5 creatures you want to line up at the bottom so you can activate Grenzo multiple times, Reito Lantern's your card.
Calm down, man.
I got the shakes. It's a flashback coming. Oh, don't hit me with the belt. Oh, what else you got?
I got Epitaph Golem, a 3/5 creature, who for 2 mana does the exact same thing as Reito Lantern does for 3.
Starting to see a theme
We're
here.
catching it from everywhere. We got artifacts doing it. We got enchantments doing it. We got planeswalkers doing it. Pretty soon we got a land doing it. What else you got?
Speaking of lands, I've got Howitooth Hollow.
Okay.
Now, nobody plays Howitooth Hollow.
Why is that?
Because it's a hideaway land.
Okay. It's the
And
Black Hideaway.
It's the Black Hideaway.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The reason nobody plays it is because the activation is for black and tap. You can play the removed card without paying its mana cost if each player has no cards in hand.
Who would do that? What kind of sick person plays with no card? This guy. Tell him why.
Well, it's not even because there's no cards. Nobody else. You have to have all of your opponents have to have no cards as well. It's never going to happen, and that's why nobody plays with this card.
Okay.
I play with this card because of the Hideaway. You draw your 4 cards.
Yeah.
You pick whatever. The other 3 go to the bottom of your library, and you pick the order. So now I can load up the bottom with 3 creatures that I just drew off the top.
That is some Sherlock Holmes, Benedict Cumberbatch, Robert Downey Jr. Hold my beer level conspiracy right there.
This is Moriarty in flesh.
Oh my God.
Moriarty.
I think I got the vapors.
He's using Hideaway, y'all.
Well,
not even for what it's intended for.
Now the next one is someone suggested to me something a little different with the idea that not so much Windfall, but to go the other route. So it was suggested to me Teferi's Puzzle Box.
Love it.
Hated.
Love it.
Hated.
I pretty much love that card with Teferi's name in it.
Well, for the Puzzle Box, it's 4 mana.
Uh-huh.
During each player's draw phase, that player counts the cards in his hand, puts those cards in the bottom of his or her library.
In any order.
In any order, then draws that number of cards. So I'm not worried about my opponents, who admittedly are not going to be happy about constantly dumping their hand and having to get a whole new set of cards, because you can't hold on to any of the counter spells, you can't hold on to removal, you're just playing whatever happens to come up.
You know what it sounds like, people? That I'm glad that I brought my bail money here, because if somebody plays this card on me, we are definitely taking this outside. This is the rudest, next level rude stuff. I came here to play a game, not instantly dump my hand every 5 seconds. You just rude.
Well, I do what I can. So the idea is that you get your hand, take all the creatures, set that to the bottom.
That's right.
When you're setting all the cards to the bottom of your library.
That's right.
Then you're using Grenzo.
And he already knows
feed the activation, because you know how many creatures are at the bottom because they were in your hand.
That's right.
Get them out into play and go from there.
What we got next?
Now it's some of the cards that you're actually looking for in the first place.
Okay.
And my personal favorite is Guilt Feeder.
Never heard of
Yes, I love this one.
Guilt Feeder is a 0/4 creature, so
It's a
easy
walk.
to play with Grenzo.
Okay.
Guilt Feeder has fear, so it's hard for people to block. And whenever Guilt Feeder attacks and isn't blocked, defending player loses 1 life for each card in their graveyard.
Okay, wait, hold up, talk about. I see why it's called fear, because I feel the panic attack rising my body right now. Somebody give me a paper bag and a coal rag. Ugh. Each card?
Each card?
Not creature?
Not creature.
Each card.
Each card.
Appendicitis. What else you got?
Herald of Leshrac.
Don't know what it is, but it sounds disgusting.
You're
It sounds
familiar-
like
you're familiar with this one.
it sounds like something that comes on a combo platter at a soul food restaurant. What is it?
Herald of Leshrac is from Cold Snap.
Tell me about it.
He's a 2/4 flyer, so fits in. Herald's upkeep, or he has a cumulative upkeep, and it's gain control of a land you don't control.
I'm sorry, wait, what?
Give me.
Give me that mic. Why take bail money from state to state? What I tell you about lands being sacred, huh? And then you get to take my lands as a cumulative upkeep? Well,
We'll talk about this after we film this. All right.
we've been running through this rudest all weekend at Gen Con, and it's only Friday.
The next card, Perforos.
Of course.
It just makes sense.
Just it does.
Once you get the bottom of your library set up at some point, with Perforos sitting on top, cycle through, get 3 or 4 creatures. Not only are you getting the creatures into play for 2 mana, but they're dealing 2 points of damage every time they hit. They come in.
That's right.
Perforos has made me convert, unconvert, and reconvert to 3 different religions. Oh, that card is so disgusting. It's so sick it might actually be swine flu. Ooh. Oh, give me a second. Is that it?
Perforos Preparation Age.
Oh, God. Ugh. Somebody give me a plastic bag.
All right. Ken, I'm afraid I got one more for you.
Oh, God.
One more.
Just tell me it doesn't get worse. It gets no better than this.
Grey Merchant Asphodel.
You gotta tell me what that is.
So,
Look at his face, Wade. Tell him. Tell him what it is.
when Grey Merchant comes in, it's looking at all of the mana. It's looking at all the mana symbols, and it's going to deal damage equal to the amount of mana symbols that are out, and you're gaining life.
Okay. So devotion.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Devotion black.
Essentially, it's devotion black.
Okay.
The deck is red black, and once Grenzo gets running, you can get out a lot of creatures.
That's right.
I have hit with Grey Merchant for 13 or 14. And once you look at a couple of the sack effects that are in the deck for Viscera Seer or Ashnod's Altar, you can sack the Merchant, which means he's in your graveyard.
Right.
Well, there's a handful of ways to put him back on the bottom of the library.
And get them right back. For the low of 1 mana.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, all right. You got any more to tell us about?
No, we good. No,
I think we're good.
we don't need more. I can barely contain my lunch as is.
All right, before we get out of here, Bruce, tell us how you, are you feeling Gen Con? Are you liking it? How many times have you been here?
This is my 3rd Gen Con.
Okay.
And you can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong. There's so much to do. I mean, there are so many games, so many exhibits, so many other halls, or if you want, just park your butt and start playing some Commander.
Yeah, they keep telling me there's other things to do at Gen Con.
But we never figured it out.
I've never seen it. I just play Commander. We're at a whole convention center. Sure, I believe you. Maybe.
Well, one thing I will say is that since being at Gen Con, you will meet great people, you will have great games, and you will see a multitude of things, especially the bruteness that consists in this man deck. And all I say is come with a great attitude, come with proper playing styles, and come with bail money. Because if somebody plays cards like that on me, I guarantee I'm going outside, I'll take you to the dumpster, and we gonna talk.
All right, so we're going to wrap this up. Bruce, I want to thank you for meeting up with us. Thanks for being a follower of the channel. We love all your feedback, love everything you got to say. And pretty much just thanks for joining us for this evening.
Happy to.
Yeah, look forward to playing some more games with you this weekend. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let us know what you think about Grenzo Dungeon Warden. Have you played it? Have you played it against it? How do you play it? If you want to see a deck list or a deck tech, let us know. Bruce might throw a list up for you.
Tell us some horror stories. Tell us some play situations that gave you nightmares at night. I know, I can share a couple too.
And since we're shooting on location, I want to send a shout out to Cowboy Cow, who's actually filming this for us right now. And
playing that Lothros deck, y'all want another piece.
Lorthos.
I want the whole. You shut up. I want the whole box. You don't.
Hey, cut the camera. We're getting out of here.
Nah. You come to the ring. You bring Lothros and your mono blue, and you know what? I got a boil seat for you. What?
All right.